before I had the pleasure of working with those two, I answered all our phone calls. The first 4 years, 5 years in the business, I answered every phone call. I made all the phone calls, made all the prospect calls. And one day, this gentleman calls me up and says, I just read in the paper, my client moved into a new building. What is the problem with that sentence? He didn't do it. I regrettably, I'm very transparent. I regrettably laughed. I said, you've got to be kidding me. He said, it's not funny. That's why I'm calling you. I said, okay, I regret. So you're right. That's the problem. My client moved to a new building. So here's the solution. How many of you have past clients? Past clients. How many of you have past clients? Who here has a past client? Okay. How many of you have PAST clients? Past clients. Carlos, how many past clients do you have? All the years you've been doing this, how many clients?
To be honest, don't know.
Don't know? Monique, how many past clients? Guess. 30? Nathaniel? 50? Woo, who has more than 50 past clients? Angela, how many past clients you got? 400 past clients. Thank you very much. If you think you have a past PAST client, you have a past client. You're dead to me. And that's what you're telling them every day. That's what Bob Knackel told all those clients for all those buildings that he sold every day. You're not important to me. I'm going for my new listing. I'm on the transaction treadmill. It's all I care about is doing deals, right? Forget you. You're dead to me. Wow. How much money did we leave on the table? So that's why I said, Bob, you're going to make a minimum of 5 calls a day, every day. It's all I want you to do starting out. And those calls are going to be to a certain group of folks. Now, you're allowing your past clients to be picked by your competitors. Your past clients are your competitors' hottest prospects because they know they transact. Either in financing or sales or lease, they know they transact. They did a deal, they read it in the paper, and they're putting them in their CRM. So you all do that too, right? As soon as you see a lease signed or a sale, you make sure that person's in your CRM, hopefully, right? So we're going to retain the client. We want to retain this client. We give some retention tools. So before we tell you the tools, everything for now on that you make every day when you schedule your calls, and let me take a quick time out here. Bo, ask me the question you asked me this morning. Quick.
How do you develop a habit?
How do you create a habit of consistently every day making phone calls? This is how. Joseph, who's your biggest client? Initials.
JW.
JW. Who's your biggest client, Lance? MO. Alan, who's your biggest client? Who's your biggest client, Alan? Go, Alan. Initials.
Oh, initial?
Yeah.
Prudential.
They have 7 initials? ERU? Okay. Wow. Initials. JW? You haven't learned yet. That's your fault. My fault if you're not learning yet. Alan, you're wrong too. Brandon, you're wrong. What clients? Robbie, who's your biggest client? Initials. You're wrong too. My members are killing me here. What? Thank you. Who is it?
Me.
It's you. No one will ever make more money for you, guaranteed, than you. No one will make more money for you than you. So when you put your prospecting calls from 9 to 11 or 9 to 9:30 or 9 to 9:15, depending on where you're starting, that's a meeting for you. So when Matthew says, guess what, I'm on my prospecting call blast, and his client calls, what does Matthew tell him? Hey, guy, I'm in a meeting right now. Can I call you right back? Is it a fire? No, it never is. Let me call you right back. I'm in a big meeting right now. I'll call you right back. Because you're meeting with who, Matthew?
Myself.
You're meeting with yourself. And you are the greatest client you'll ever have. So that is how you create discipline. You recognize that you are the ultimate client. And when you make prospect calls and people call as they do and they interfere as they will, you put on your damn red hat, put up your red flag, do what you have to do, but let everyone know I'm making my calls, do not interfere with me. There's a gentleman in my first book called Tim Strange. Who's here from Oklahoma City? I forgot, Oklahoma City? Okay. Tim tells his team, and he's making quite a few million. He tells his team, look, I'm calling from 9 to 11 every day. If I go to the bathroom, you have the right to tell me to get back in my office. If I get for coffee, tell me what the hell you do and get back in your office. If I'm doing anything other than calling, it means I'm losing money for you as my teammate. Right? And I am. What did Bob say? I'm out doing things, I'm making calls. You're wasting your money. You're losing money. So that's the #1 way you all can get more discipline in your calls. Recognize, look in the mirror. I do this every day. It's hokey, it's stupid. My wife laughs at me. But every day, some of us older guys, Alan, I don't want to look at you and me, but there's a movie called All That Jazz. Remember that movie? Who was the star there? You remember?
Yeah.
Fosse? Okay, now he had some issues with drugs, but every day he'd walk up and he'd look at the mirror and go, it's showtime, and he'd get back to where he was and he'd go perform. Every day I'll come in the mirror and go, you got to get hired. We got to get hired. Every day I say that to myself, and you go perform. And I'm my greatest client. Rebecca, who's your greatest client? Initials.
EL.
EL?
Oh, me, sorry.
Oh. Let's get in a time machine and go back 5 minutes. I say, Rebecca, who's your best client?
Initials?
Yes.
RW.
Thank you, young lady. Cheese and crackers. Okay, we got that straight. Now we go to what we call the second best client you'll ever have. The second best client you'll ever have is the inactive client. And you must make sure you have a robust list of inactive clients. They're my client. Don't you dare touch them. We are just not currently active at the present time. They're our client. Bob here used to be a client of ours. Is he a past client? No. You're just currently not active. That's all it is. You have inactive clients. Every day you're going to make 5 inactive client calls. You will start making a hell of a lot more money right away. You will. This is the one that Bob said, well, cheese and crackers, that kind of changed my life. Well, he didn't say, he said something different. But that really changed my income. Yeah, it did. Yes?
What if you're starting out in business you don't have any?
This is tough. This is not for you. I'll be the first one to say that. Okay? But here's the thing. When you get your first client or clients, stop saying, I did a deal, move forward. They're your client for life.
Ron,
remember that. Yes?
I started calling my brokers inactive client in my initial first couple of years. So I was like, you were too busy, can I call on your inactive clients? And that really served me to bring business to him and to myself.
Wow. Here, see that? That's brilliant. So let's make sure everyone heard that. Stand up. Say that again.
So my first couple of years, I did not have a lot of book of business, but my broker was extremely busy, and I walked into his table. I said, I know you have so much clients, and a lot of them can also be property management. How about you share your database with me, and I'll be your partner. Let me bring business to your table. That served him to date and to myself because A, they had more confidence in me because I approached to them, and of course I've had long-term relationship with the clients and my broker as well.
That's awesome. So there you go. Okay. Nidhi's our next coach. She'll be starting very shortly. So here we go. 3 things. First question you ask an inactive client. What's new? What's new? Very simple question. What's new? What's new since we last transacted? What's new in your business? If you know them as you should, what's new with your daughter? Where'd she go to school? What's new with your son? What's new with your spouse? What's new with this? What's new with that? Ask them what's new. Now, if you really know them very well and you have a relationship, share with them what's new with you since you last transacted. Yep. In the years since we transacted, I've done $2 billion in sales. I've leased 3 million square feet. I've got my CCM, SAOR. What's new, you show them that you've actually increased your value as well instead of sitting on the sidelines. Easy question. What's new?